You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
New Zealand Lions is the official Aston Villa supporters club based here in New Zealand. James Stewart is chairman of the club and joins us now. James, you'll be walking around with your chest puffed out through your Villa replica shirt today. Did you see this coming, mate?
I definitely did not see this coming. Well, one, being at a good time to actually watch it for a change rather than 3 a.m. But it was amazing to see us get across the line and beat them 1-0. It's just amazing.
Can we just go back actually to pre-season? Did you have a sense of optimism before the season started?
Optimism, yeah. I've had us to be pushing for top 6, but I mean, might be too soon to say. I don't want to jinx us, but are we going to win the league?
Well, I mean, you look at it, and I think we have a genuine title race on now with the clubs I mentioned, plus Man City, of course, lurking as they do. What has been the key to Aston Villa's success so far this season?
Unai Emery, for one, is just a magician. Whatever he's done when he's come in and taken on the squad after Steven Gerrard, he's just worked wonders, you know. I think he's the main key, and he's got behind the players that he's been given, and each and every player has just improved immensely under him.
And key players, James, who in particular has stood out for Villa this season?
John McGinn, for me, when he first took on captaincy, I was a bit dubious about him, but now, he's just proven his without a shadow of a doubt he's worth captaincy, and him and among Martinez and Bailey as well have really come on leaps and bounds.
How and why has Villa Park become such a fortress? 15 straight Premier League wins, not just unbeaten, wins.
I know, it's incredible. Well, I'm actually going back over the Christmas period, and I'm going to be lucky enough to watch us play a couple of games. And I've got fans back in the UK that they just can't get tickets there. I just don't know. It just seems to be an incredible place to go at the moment.
This is true football fandom, because we get a lot of there's a lot of fans of the so-called big clubs, the Manchester Uniteds, Manchester Cities, Liverpool's, teams like that. Aston Villa, it wasn't that long ago, James, you were down in the Championship, relegated from the Premier League, rock bottom in the 2015-16 season, spent 2 or 3 years down there, back up again. I mean, this is a story of riding the highs and the lows. You must just be absolutely loving it right now.
Loving it right now. I mean, they've given me a few grey hairs over the years, that's for sure. But it's been bloody amazing to watch them just get promoted, for one, and then the first season we pretty much just hung on in there at the last game of the season, and I never thought we'd be. I knew we'd be having a slow growth, but to see it happening this season is pretty good for us.
Are there many Aston Villa fans in New Zealand? You've got a small yet vibrant community?
We're doing pretty good. When I first started the group about 4 years ago, I was pretty much just in search for like-minded people. I didn't think I'd find many, but about four years on, and our group's got about 400 on the page now, and we do annual meetups. So we just had one in Queenstown the start of this season, and there was about 40, 50 of us there ready to watch the game where we played and beat Newcastle. Yeah, so it grows every year.
Had you planned your trip back to the UK? I mean, these things are normally a wee while in the planning, or is this something that you've decided to do in the last little while because the team's going so well?
No, this one was actually a planned visit, but my plan, I have done that before. Actually, funnily enough, for the playoff final, when we wanted to get back in the Premier league. Soon as we hit the final, I booked tickets just to fly over and watch us play. And then I was back 4 days later.
Brilliant. I can sense a bit of a Midlands accent. Have you been out here in New Zealand long?
I've been in New Zealand. I'm living in Hamilton at the moment, but I've been here since 2009. But the Brummie accent comes back soon as I go home.
I can imagine it would. It's even started to come out now in preparation, James. I love it. So you grew up, is Aston Villa your boyhood club?
Yeah, it's one of those, because I grew up not far from Aston, and pretty much as soon as you're born, you have no choice, you know. It's like a cult.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Well, like I said before, sports fandom is about riding the highs and the lows. It is a roller coaster, and it certainly has been for Aston Villa fans in recent times. But you're at the, I was going to say top of the pile, near the top of the pile. Enjoy it, mate. Have a great trip back. How did you manage to get a ticket, by the way?
Just because we are part of the official Lions Club now in New Zealand, we any expats that live in New Zealand that go back to the UK and want tickets, we pretty much are sorted. We get looked after, so that, you know, I can't thank the Villa enough for doing that for us. And so, which game or games are you going to? I'm lucky enough to do 4, so I'm going to do Sheffield at home, and I'm doing Man United away.
Man United away! How good's that going to be? Incredible.
So that's going to be awesome, and going with a couple of my. I'm taking my brother with me as well, who's younger than me, so like he's never really been to the games because he moved over to New Zealand when he was quite young. So he's just not going to know what's hitting when he goes over there. It's going to be crazy. Mate, incredible. Well, pack a warm jacket. I know you will. You're probably familiar with the weather conditions at this time of the year, having lived there enough. And look, I mean, I'm not saying that we'll see you in amongst the throng, but we'll think of you, mate, as those games are playing out. Look, enjoy, well, what'll be a great weekend for you, no doubt, after the win over Arsenal this morning. And thanks for having a chat to us this afternoon.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday, or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.